Welcome back, it's me, Lou. I'm here for another action figure unboxing and review. And today, from the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe toy line from Mattel, we have Prince Adam. So, as we approach the third and final season of the show, I thought it'd be fun to do a review on this guy. Alright, let's get started. Beautiful package design, much like the other characters. Nice illustration on the upper left of Prince Adam. We have the Netflix logo. His play features mimic that of the other figures. Spring-loaded waist. And here's Prince Adam. So let's get this guy out. All right, so if you've handled other figures in this toy line, this will seem very familiar to you. These are very basic and budget action figures. You know, unlike the Origins or the Masterverse line, you're looking at figures that feature limited paint application, limited articulation, but they're still fantastic figures nonetheless. If you're a fan of the cartoon, you know, these pretty much capture the likeness of the CGI models. You know, here's Prince Adam. The sculpting is alright. It's a little bit on the softer side, but that's to be expected. You know, it's based off of a cartoon. As you can see, the detailing is very subtle. He has a socket in his back, so if you want, here's the sword. And then there's a peg right there, and you can store the sword onto the body of his character like that. It's a nice clean look. Very anime styled hair design and face, especially with the larger eyes. The costumes always kind of thrown me off, like these tiger stripes, because he belongs to, I think, what is it, Tiger Tribe. It always kind of reminds me of Fred Flintstone. And this guy's articulation, let's talk about that. So his head rotates like this. His arms rotate. They don't go outward, they just rotate. No elbow articulation. His wrists do rotate here. He has a spring-loaded waist, so that's part of the play feature. So if you take his sword and put it in his hand, and you want him to like pretend he's like swinging, you know, this nice. It's a really strong spring too, so which is nice. And also he could crunch forward and kind of hammer down, but the effect isn't as powerful as the sideways swing. As for his legs, in terms of articulation, very simple, they just kick up. There is no knee articulation and there is no ankle articulation. You know, this guy is very, very bare minimum. Prince Adam's also a much smaller figure than some of the other figures in the line. For example, here's Triclops. You know, you're getting they're roughly the same height, but as you can see, there's more mass on this figure. And if you want to compare him to a He-Man figure, here's a He-Man figure. This is the armored one, and you can see the sizable difference. Now, in terms of accuracy to the show, this is a nice book. I've showed this before. This is the He-Man and the Masters of the Universe Heroes and Villains Guidebook. It's published by Scholastic. It looks like a thin read, but then as soon as you open it up, it's kind of cool. It highlights all the major characters from the first season. And let's see if we can find Prince Adam. All right, here we go, Prince Adam. So as you can see, the figure does a pretty decent job of recreating this look. Of course, this one has more detail, especially in like the hood. And there's more stripes on this guy also. But for the most part, it's pretty spot on. It's not a one-to-one exact representation, but it's pretty close. And I don't want to spoil it for you, but Prince Adam becomes He-Man, so yeah, so this is a great figure. Do you need this in your collection? If you're into the new cartoon, I'm going to say yes. It's a must purchase. Like I stated earlier, the series is coming to a close. It's only had 3 seasons. And with that, there's a finite amount of characters. I know that they're releasing some of the characters like in the, I believe it's either in Origins or Masterverse. But for the most part, I think once the series is done, the series is done, unless they decide to bring it back later on. But I think Prince Adam's worth the purchase, and he's a must purchase. It's Prince Adam, it's He-Man's alter ego, and it's a really fun looking figure too. And for some reason, he doesn't want to focus either. Some of these figures, like, they're not very photogenic. Like, their colors come off so bright that it fights my camera, and they don't want to get it caught into like focus properly. Yeah, this guy does not want to focus. Come on, focus. I need a thumbnail image. There we go. So yeah, overall, excellent figure. Definitely worth the purchase in my opinion. Yeah, let's try the other way. This guy's kind of... Oh, I know what it is. It's a sword. The sword's reflecting too much light. Okay, I'm kind of like this babbling here and just drawing out this video longer than it should be. But yeah, I think you need this figure. It's excellent and it's cool. It's Prince Adam. Very different take. And if you enjoy the cartoon, I think you kind of owe it to yourself to, like, at least amass the main characters in your collection. Just beyond getting He-Man and Skeletor. Alright, with that being said, let's wrap this one up. Once again, my name is Lou. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you are a returning viewer or subscriber, thank you so much for your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. So, until the next video, be safe, take care of yourself, buy lots of toys, and most importantly, be happy. And I'll see you at the next one. Alright, later.